The Honor Sorcery 6 Genius is a bizarre telephone. It folds inventive new man-made intelligence highlights, secure 3D face open, state-of-the-art battery tech, and a strong camera into an extravagantly smooth body. Yet, the Magic OS programming is buggy, the camera is conflicting, and it's one of the most costly Android telephones available. It's likewise not authoritatively accessible in the US. While the Honor Sorcery 6 Genius has pleased and dazzled me over the recent weeks, it has additionally baffled and confounded me. It very well may be quite smooth one moment and outing up the following. So is it deliberate misdirection or inventive enchantment? The response is by all accounts a touch of both. In the event that you desire development and wouldn't fret a couple of idiosyncrasies, the Honor Sorcery 6 Genius delivers. At the send-off, Honor hyped up the simulated intelligence-controlled highlights in the Enchanted 6 Expert, a ton. We attempted Honor's eye-following at MWC, where my associate looked at orders in an Alfa Romeo application to begin and stop the vehicle and even have it drive forward and back. At the point when this carries out, it will allow you to do somewhat more ordinary things, as extend a warning with a look when your hands are full. While eye-following isn't accessible yet, there were several computer-based intelligence highlights I played with for my survey. Sorcery Text allows you rapidly to extricate text from a picture. On the off chance that there's a telephone number in there, you can tap to dial it. You can likewise move separated text into another application. Up until this point, so handy. With Wizardry Entry, you can contact and drag content, like a section of text, a picture, or a screen capture, over to one side and drop it into another application, as Gmail or Notes. The screen you are in folds away, and an upward column of conceivable applications shows up on the right as you drift. It very well may be helpful for stuff like locations, which you can haul into guides for headings. It looks very smooth, yet I don't know how frequently you'll make sure to utilize it. These new elements allude to the amount more significant man-made intelligence will become on our telephones. It's actually quite significant that they are handled on Gadget utilizing Honor's Magic LM, its own special huge language model. Honor is likewise dealing with another simulated intelligence-controlled device that can utilize your photographs and message prompts to create video, which sounds captivating and leads us flawlessly to the next title component of the Enchanted 6 Star, the camera. Crazy huge, strong cameras are the fury in China's leader telephones. See the Xiaomi 14 Ultra, Oppo Trackdown X7 Ultra, and Nubia Z60 Ultra. The Honor Sorcery 6 Ace is no exemption. It has a 50-megapixel primary focal point with a variable gap, f/1.4 to f/2.0, a 180-megapixel periscope zooming focal point that offers 2.5x optical zoom however goes up to 100x carefully, and a 50-megapixel ultra-wide. Around the front is a 50-megapixel camera matched with a 3D profundity camera in a focal pill-formed pattern at the highest point of the screen. The zooming focal point is effectively my number one thing about the camera. While it actually just backings 2.5x optical zoom, it can accomplish 5x lossless zoom by trimming shots from the 180-megapixel focal point. The 5x zoom shots I took with the Enchanted 6 Genius are my top picks, catching sacks of detail and sensible tones. The primary camera is additionally strong, with amazing powerful reach, profundity of field, and great low-light performance. Color irregularities and some odd handling to face a generally astounding camera. The most fragile connection is the ultra-wide, which comes up short on optical picture adjustment present in different focal points, at times extends the edges of shots, gets carried away with smoothing, and dials the variety liveliness far up. The variety matching across the triplet is by and large poor, and the handling is at times awkward, figuring out the clamor yet drifting into oil painting an area, especially in the event that you zoom in past 5x. You can keep smooth video in 4K at up to 60 casings each second with any of the primary camera focal points. The self-adjust is quick, and there's a film mode choice for a more true-to-life feel. There's likewise a star mode in the camera to shoot crude or dig further into the settings. Selfies taken with the forward-looking camera are better than expected, and it can likewise catch 4K video, however it finishes out at 30 FPS. The Honor Wizardry 6 Expert can snap exquisite photographs, however I needed to erase fizzles excessively often. There are two different advancements I need to feature, the 3D Face Open and the silicon carbon battery. The Face Open utilizes a framework like Apple's Face ID, planning the shapes of your mug for more noteworthy precision and security. It turned out faultlessly for me, even in obscurity, making this the main Android telephone to match the iPhone for face opening rate, consistency, and security. Google's Pixel 8 likewise has secure face open yet needs light. The silicon carbon battery empowers distinction to pack more power into a more modest space. The 5600 mAh battery sees the Enchanted 6 Star through the most active of days. Playing Blacktop 9 Legends for 20 minutes depleted only 3% of the accessible battery duration. You can extract 2 days from this telephone as the need should arise. Furthermore, when now is the ideal time to charge. It's moderately expedient at up to 80 watts wired and 66 watts remote, assuming you have Honor's chargers. Tragically, there isn't one in the case, simply a USB-C cable. The configuration is a hodgepodge. Honor has made a component of the humongous camera module on the back, and I love the vibe of the bended matte glass. I got the glossy silk dark model, but on the other hand there's a cowhide impact green. While the 6.8-inch OLED screen looks beautiful, it's an articulated bend, and I disliked coincidental contacts. It persuades adequately splendid to be neat outside, however can likewise hit 5000 nits top brilliance for subtleties in HDR. Film-molded enchantment container at the top is a seriously enormous pattern, and Honor has added some Apple-style liveliness that make it an element when you utilize specific apps. Performance is by and large smooth, as you'd anticipate from the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 with 12GB of smash. There's likewise a liberal 512GB of capacity. It had no issues running matchups with every one of the extravagant accessories, and remained cool while making it happen. Yet, when I was trying out a few portable game regulators by means of Bluetooth, I was shocked when JIJ continued to crash on me. Sadly, there are different eccentricities and disturbances. The Enchanted 6 Expert additionally crashed at least a couple of times during arrangement, and I needed to plant reset it. I was unable to enroll my MasterCard in line at the fact that the security cautioning proposed the telephone was established. It isn't. Bizarre Chinese language pop-ups or YouTube recordings I care very little about sometimes show up on my lock screen. I can't sort out why. The Enchanted case at times sticks on something. Quickly going through the other specs. Honor's Magic OS 8 depends on Android 14 and accompanies some bloatware. Honor guarantees 4 Android rendition updates and 5 years of safety patches for the Enchanted 6 Star. My global rendition accompanied Google Play administrations, the Play Store, and Google Assistant. The Honor Sorcery 6 Ace likewise has an IP68 rating, an optically unique finger impression sensor that occasionally needs 2 or 3 attempts before it opens. Utilize the face open, all things being equal. Support for Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.3, and an IR blaster. The sound system speakers get pretty clearly. There's nothing clear missing here. Ultimately, the Honor Sorcery 6 Ace is never not exactly fascinating, with great computer-based intelligence, battery duration, face open, and photography. It's likewise conflicting and out particular now and again. You can get probably the best Android telephones for not as much as Honor is asking. Most strikingly the Samsung World S24 Plus and the OnePlus 12, yet up until this point, there's nothing very like the Enchanted 6 Ace.